when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop? And we're back! I'm so happy to be back too. I have to say, I was really excited about recording today. That song that you just heard was Gorilla by Lil Sims. I just spent a little bit of time across the pond.
Some.
I just spent a little time across the pond last like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I was in London. And I don't know, I just started thinking about like UK artists and wanting to, because I really am not a person who's into UK drill.
Girl. Yeah.
Like it's something so fucking corny about it to me.
I think that's the Chicagoan in you.
It really is the Chicagoan in me. That shit just seems so fucking corny. But one UK artist I really do love. I really do love Lil Sims. Like, I think she's just so creative and talented, and I love when she talks her shit like this. And so, the song is from her latest EP. So I think this is song is from her latest EP, and this is like one of the standouts from the EP. Is called No Thank You. Maybe it was an album. I don't know. But it came out late last year, like the end of last year, and I really liked it. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I had heard this song a minute ago as well, and I think when I did a first pass of her album, I didn't really like it. Didn't stand out to me initially, but it made a resurgence. I feel like in the past like couple of months of becoming popular. But yeah,
didn't she was this the video that she just released?
Yeah.
I think that was why I kind of started to listen. Excuse me. I kind of started to listen to it again because the video was so creative. It was like, no, I really liked the video. So if you haven't heard this song, if you don't listen to Little Sims, like obviously, like, what are you doing? Stop not judging though, because you know what? We find out about things the way that we find out about them.
True.
So if you don't listen to Little Sims, I hope now you start listening to Little Sims.
Right, now you're put on.
Number one. But two, also go watch the Gorilla video because I thought it was so creative. Dave Meyers, the director, is like a huge like hip hop music video director. But I just love the work that he does, like with artists like Lil Sims and Kendrick and Drake. Like, I just think he's so creative. And I really love that. I think there should be more Black women directing music videos. You know what I
mean? 100%.
Like, I feel like that is a lane that kind of feels very male coded and definitely very white. Like a lot of the really, really big famous, music video directors, or rather the ones that are working right now. Cause I don't want to discount like, Director X and Hype Williams and like the really, really, really talented ones, but they're men, like they're the one Black woman that comes to mind, like off the top of my head, is Karina Evans. Is that her last name? But she directed all those Drake music videos, like back when he was releasing Scorpion, the album, which I did not really like, but I liked those music videos though, and I was like, okay, this has like a different touch to it, like this is a storyteller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He needs to bring her the fuck back. Cause I don't know what this nigga doing now. Acting a fool. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At.
Welcome.
Happy fall. Well, it's still hot as hell here.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it's still hot. It's hot as hell.
It's pretty hot.
I don't even think it's technically fall yet. Is it? It might still be summer.
Fall's gonna be the end of the month, like September 20th. Okay. But pumpkin season has already been among us.
Definitely had me a little pumpkin spice iced chai this morning.
I gotta give you one.
Let me tell you, that shit got me right. I was like, like that shit was good as fuck. I love when pumpkin season comes around. I love summer the most. Like out of all my favorite seasons, I feel like
same.
All my favorite music comes out. I love summer fashion. I love everything about summer. But fall, to me, I feel like I need it, Like I need to chill a little bit.
Slow down.
I need to slow down a little bit. So I'm excited because there's a lot. It seems like there's about to be a lot coming up this motherfucking fall. And I'm excited for it. But how are you? You just celebrated your anniversary.
Yeah, you know.
Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. What else is up? What's going on in DC?
Things are good. I'm trying to think what has been going on since we caught up. I actually went to a concert last week. Shout out to my friend Marley. They were in town, and we went to go check out their artist. If you all haven't heard of her, her name is Sad Boy. She's from Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
And
I've never heard of her.
It was pretty cool. She's like reggaeton type of pop in a way, I would say. So it was interesting. But she's super young. She's like 23. She's on tour right now. So got to check that out. Had a great Labor Day weekend. Celebrated the anniversary. Hung out with some friends.
Love it.
They did wine tastings, and there was a DC restaurant week as well. So went and hit up some like really nice restaurants and tried some really good food. So
that's I wonder when LA Restaurant Week is. I feel like every time I look at all the restaurants that are available for LA Restaurant Week, I'm like, this is whack. Like, I don't want to go to none of these fucking restaurants.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
But I think I might try it this year because I don't think I've ever done Restaurant Week since I've moved here.
Yeah.
So I might try that. That's so fun, though.
What about you? You definitely went to go see the Queen on her birthday party.
That show was like, it had me gagged. So I went to go see Beyonce. I went to Beyonce's birthday party, obviously, not the after party, just the show. Because like Beyonce is not an artist you can just see once. You know, like you see it one time and your jaw is just on the floor. Like you're just gagged so that you can't even process everything that's happening in front of you. So the second time, you know, you can have a little bit more focus, you know, like you can catch things you didn't see last time because you're not so busy on recording it. So you have all these videos, you know what I mean? Like, so being able to see her the second time, being able to see her on her birthday, girl, I was in there sobbing. Like I was.
No. I feel like that's what she would make you do though.
Hell yeah, I was crying. Bitch, Diana Ross came out saying happy birthday to her. Ain't nobody helped Miss Diana Ross down them steps. She could not see where the fuck she was going for shit. And we was just up there like, wait a minute, where's she going? This how you know Diana didn't go to no sound check, nothing like that. Because you know she wasn't supposed to walk out that far on that damn stage.
Oh
she
my
just
God.
kept fucking going. She couldn't see shit. But it was so beautiful. And then Kendrick came out and I was so mad that his mic didn't start working until halfway through. Because I was so gagged. But then she performed my favorite song from Renaissance, which is All Up in Your Mind, which she did not perform the first time I saw her in Vegas. And everybody kept saying, she's not going to perform it this time. She's not going to perform it this time. She did. And I was like, I felt like my heart was just so full because I wanted to see it. I really wanted to see it. That's been my favorite song since the album dropped. Like, I've been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. I mean, everything about this show, like, I feel like everybody brought out their A game this time around. Like, and of course, there were just so many. Like, I don't think there was an empty seat in the whole fucking place. Like,
I'm sure
that motherfucker was packed. And
so many celebrities too.
Right, but I wasn't on the floor this time. So I couldn't see them. I was up in the nosebleeds and bitch still had the time of my life. Okay. But it was really like just so amazing to me, you know, just to see an artist like 42, you know, Beyonce's been doing this for over 25 years. And no matter what, she just keeps reinventing herself, keep pushing herself to new heights, you know, and it really just solidified in me, you know, the journey is never done. There's always growing to do. There's always new discoveries to be made, you know, and when people count you out and say you're done, you can always reinvent yourself. And I really just left there. First of all, I would never go out on a Monday night. That's a school night, bitch.
It's a school night, 100%.
You know what time I went to bed on Monday? It was actually Tuesday. By the time I got home, it was Tuesday. It was 2:00 in the morning when I laid my head down in the bed. Okay? Because getting all the way from Inglewood back to where I live in Koreatown, like, baby, that's
wild.
It's actually crazy how far apart it was. But I was like, you know what, for Beyonce, I don't give a fuck.
You would do it.
I only got 4 hours of sleep and I literally don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I had the best time. I'm so sad. I'm so sad that that was my last show. Cause I'm like, what do you mean? I can't go see Beyonce again. I'm really sitting here contemplating, do I spend the money
to go to
and
Houston?
go to see
You are wild.
And I know I can't afford it. I know I can't afford it. Like, my friends are about to get married, and I have to be there, and I just, like, I know I
Friends,
can't.
Beyonce.
Okay, I'm like, I'm throwing my friend's bachelor party that same weekend, so it's like, I can't.
You
know
can't
what I
swing
mean? Like,
it. Yeah.
I can't do it, and I really want to go, because I just, like, I need to see her in Houston one time in my life. But I know this is not the last tour. I know Beyonce's not done touring. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh yeah, for sure. She has many more tours left in her.
And let me tell you, I will be at all of them. Anyway,
speaking of tours, though, I mean, like, the girls are going on tour.
I'm
like,
really excited. I'm really excited.
I was like, where do you want to start? I mean, like, Sexy Red is going on tour.
We should talk about this because Doechii opened up for Beyonce.
Oh, true.
Doechii, it was not my show. It was the Saturday show that she opened up, because the first LA show on September 1st, they had, like, what's his name? Big Sean. They had Coi Leray. DJ Khaled was bringing out all these people, and everybody was like, how could she have this album that is so like a love letter to the queer community and have these random ass niggas opening up for her? And I feel like people, since Doechii dropped that America Has a Problem freestyle,
oh yeah,
have been saying, like, why isn't Doechii on tour with Beyonce? Why wasn't she on the remix? Why isn't this? And all I could think was, like, Doechii should have been opening up for this tour the whole fucking time, if you ask me. Like, so, but then she did open up for Beyonce the second night in LA. I saw clips of it, and of course she slayed. Like, Doechii ate, and then Beyonce shouted her out at the end, like, oh, Doechii, like, I love you, and stuff like that. Like, imagine Beyonce shouting you out at her fucking concert. You know, like, that, you know, she deserves that shit.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It really is. Who else? Bia's going on tour. Bia's going on tour and bringing Libra Jolie and Lakia. And let me say, this lineup kind of really makes sense to me.
I was about to say, I was like, bad chicks link up. Like,
bad bitches, come on. Like, no, it
makes
really,
sense.
It makes a lot of sense to me. And you know what? I kind of want music from them now.
Yeah.
I kind of want music from them now.
Oh yeah.
I will be there. I will be there, and I will be there to see Libra, who's obviously going to be the opener.
Yeah,
and Lakia,
for sure.
And Lakia, who's going to go after her.
Definitely.
And Bia, because I've never seen them live, and I mean, I kind of like. There's a little bit of me that's hesitant, because I'm like, remember that performance that Bia did? And she was so dry on that stage with Lil Jon. But I feel like she's grown.
Oh, yeah. I feel like she has a little... I kind of remember that. Yeah, I feel like she's grown from there. So I think I think it's a good lineup. And it's definitely going to be in that order, how you said.
Are you going to go?
I don't think they have... Do they have DC? I think they do. I don't know.
I didn't see the dates yet. I don't know. Are the tickets available? I wasn't even going to... Let me check.
But, yeah, I was looking at it, but... yeah, they do have a DC one in October, end of October. But I really did want to see what's her name? Flo Milli, though.
Oh, bitch, I'm going.
Flo Milli's going on tour with Maya the Don, which again also makes sense. I feel like a good pairing.
Oh, she's not coming to LA. Wait, let me check that again, because I'm looking for Bia, and Bia's not coming to LA.
That's interesting.
That's crazy, right? Like, wait, let me. But no, yeah, Flo Milli is going on tour, and oh no, she is coming to LA. I don't know why. I was looking at something wrong. Okay, so B is coming to LA. Let me see how much these tickets cost. Because if they're more than $35, the tickets are just $34. The tickets are $34.
Oh, that's chill.
So I'm definitely gonna go see this. It's October 9th. The point that what was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
We were just talking about the concerts, that it makes sense, these lineups.
No, yeah. So Flo Milli is bringing Maya the Don on tour. I'm really excited for this. Because obviously Flo Milli has been, teasing this new album.
Yeah.
And she's been talking about, like, wait a minute, is Flo Milli not coming to LA? What the fuck? No, it's not. Wait. No, I have to go and look this up because I did not get a good
Yeah,
look. Is she?
October 22nd.
I don't see it on Ticketmaster.
The Novo.
Bitch, I'm going to see Flo Milli. I don't see it on Ticketmaster though.
Hmm.
But I'm going to go see Flo Milli. I'm going to go see because I want to see Maya the Don live because, like I said, we've been talking about this. We really just want to see her win. And like I told you last time I went to Flo Milli when she had Mona Leo opening up for her,
Yeah.
this bitch puts on a show.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and everybody knows her lyrics too.
baby, like when I tell you word for word, the pauses and everything, like Flo Milli, I don't care what nobody talk about on the internet about her carear. And I know she gets sick of that shit. People always like, well, why she ain't doing this? Why she ain't doing that? Baby, when I tell you Flo Milli, she got
She's
stance.
got it.
She got stance. Okay, bitches be showing up for Flo Milli and they know every motherfucking word. All that shit y'all be talking on the internet, it don't translate to real life. Flo Milli is that bitch, okay?
Yeah.
And
Flo
then
Milli shit.
and then Sexy Red is going on tour too. Obviously, I did not see Drake, so I didn't get to see her open up for Drake. But bitch, I want to go to Sexy Red's concert. Like,
yo, she is a wildin' right now. She is so funny.
I don't know what this concert is going to be giving. What do you think is going to be giving?
Honestly, I feel like it's giving, sweat it out weaves. It's giving sticky.
Ooh, I
some
hate that,
type
though.
of like
I hate that though.
Sweat, whipped cream. I feel like they're gonna be doing some real wild stuff on that
stage. You are making me not want to go. I don't like that.
I feel like that's what it's giving to me. It's giving twerk contest. It's giving twerk contest on stage.
I would love that. She needs to have a twerk contest.
It'll definitely be like twerk contest or like, I don't know, with this new Peaches and Eggplant remix.
Oh my
maybe
God.
Like something with the eggplant.
We're gonna get there. That would be so great. I'm so proud of Sexy Red because the tour sold out. Ken the Man is also on tour right now.
Oh, with who?
I don't think with anybody. I think she's just going on a solo tour.
Oh, word.
I think it's already started. Like I think it's already started. Yeah, no, it's like already started. I don't know where the tour is going through. I would love to see Ken the Man live. I don't know what she's giving. I don't know how I'm gonna have money to see all these goddamn concerts. Like what's wrong with me? I don't have any sense.
Money will return. Your money will return.
You know what? That's what I keep saying to myself. So yeah, so that's that. I'm really excited. The ones I'm definitely gonna go see Bia. I'm 100% gonna go see Flo Milli. If I can get tickets to Sexy Red and it hasn't passed already, I'm definitely gonna go see Sexy Red. I don't know if I'll have time to go see Ken the Man because I don't know when that's coming to LA or if it already came to LA. But I'm just really happy. Like, yes, go out there, get that bag, bitch. Because we know y'all don't make no money from streaming. Go out there, perform. You have that merch. I'm gonna buy some shit. Okay. I love having concert tees to work out in. Okay, bitch.
Yeah.
Except for my Beyonce concert tee because that was $55. So that's getting okay. But baby, I wasn't playing. I had to give me a Beyonce concert shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to.
So okay. The BET Hip Hop Awards nominations just came out, and 21 Savage and Cardi B lead with 12 nominations each. And Drake has 9. I don't know why they had to mention him in that as well. Like it's not the same thing. So for best hip hop video, the Players Jersey Club remix is nominated. Put It on the Floor Again is nominated. And Tomorrow 2 is nominated.
See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. Like, obviously, love Cardi, like, glad that she has all these nominations. But like, what's the most latest music that she can be? You know what I mean?
That
like nominated for?
Because that was last summer.
That was last summer, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get that one. Who do you think is gonna win this category?
Which category?
The best hip hop video. Okay, so here are all the nominations: Just Wanna Rock, Lil Uzi, Players, Coi Leray, Put It on the Floor Again, Lotto and Cardi B, Shake Some, DaBaby, Sitting on Top of the World, Burna Boy, Spin 'Bout You, Drake, and Tomorrow 2.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I want to say Put It on the Floor Again.
Me too.
I want to, but
it could be like Drake.
It could be Drake, or I was gonna say it could be like Burna Boy and 21 Savage.
Oh, it
possibly.
could be. It could be. Best collaboration we have Players, the Busta Rhymes, Coi Leray and Busta Rhymes. Princess Diana, Ice Spice and Nicki, Put It on the Floor, Lotto and Cardi, and then tomorrow too, Glorilla and Cardi. And of this one, I kind of do think Glorilla and Cardi are gonna win it. Crazy
Yeah.
enough, there is that God Did song with Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and John Legend and Friday. So
I don't know.
there's that element of it that's like, these are like the elder states, like these are the, like I could see, but like I could see there being an argument for that, but I actually do think it's gonna be Glorilla and Cardi for that one.
I was gonna say it probably could go to Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj.
I feel like that one
I
would be a
feel
good
like
one
that
too.
would be
I
a
would be
good
I
one.
would be fine with that because like I said, that remix did grow on me. I have to be honest. Like
I
sometimes
know.
my original take isn't always the best take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
sometimes I just go back and listen to it after a while and I'm like, you know what? I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. Mariah, who listens to music a first time, can be a little bit harsh. Mariah later in the weeks and months she's toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
So best duo or group, we have City Girls are nominated, but the other nominees are like DJ Drama and Jeezy, Drake and 21 Savage, Earth Gang, Larry June and The Alchemist, Quavo and Takeoff, and Ray Shrimmer, and obviously the Quavo and Takeoff. Like that.
You think so?
That kind of just makes sense. And I wouldn't even be mad about that.
Yeah. Neither.
There's a best live performer category, and we have Burna Boy, Busta Rhymes, Cardi, Coi Leray, DaBaby, Drake, Kendrick, and Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan,
which live performance of Cardi B are they going out?
I have no idea. Because what live performance has she given that's been like, well, see, when you say live performance, what do they mean? Do they mean televised performance, or do they just mean just like at a concert?
A concert.
Because how can you judge that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it was like televised, but then, again,
if that's the case, and then what televised performance has DaBaby had?
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, I think it should go to Meg or Kendrick. That just makes sense. I think Meg, Kendrick, or Burna Boy. Because if we're talking about live performances, I feel like those people and Busta Rhymes, obviously, but sometimes he be out of breath. He old.
Yo, I was going to say, why is Busta Rhymes coming back?
I don't know. He did win that Legacy Award at the BET Awards this year.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a thing. Okay, so then we have Lyricist of the Year. Cardi is nominated. Actually, she's the only woman nominated because the other nominees are 21 Savage, Andre 3000. Has he released music this year?
I don't know.
Burna Boy, Conway the Machine, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. We know that's going to go to Kendrick. It's like, why? It's not. We don't have to talk about that. Song of the Year. We have Players by Coi Leray, Put It on the Floor Again, and Tomorrow Too. And I actually think it could either be, now there's a possibility that it goes to Lil Uzi Vert, because
I was about to say, I think it's gonna go to Lil Uzi for Just Wanna Rock.
Because niggas love that song.
I love that.
Like, that shit come on in the club and I just, it's so crazy. So, I think it could go, I would like it if it went to Lotto. Obviously,
Me too.
Because we crowned that song of the summer. It just makes sense. But whatever. So and then hip hop album of the year, we have Koi by Coi Leray is nominated. Anyways, Life's Great by Glorilla, and Traumazine by Megan Thee Stallion. If you ask me, it should go to Traumazine. I know you don't like the album. I still fucking love it, and I still think it's like top 2 as far as Meg's projects go. I do, and I stand by that.
Interesting thing.
There's a part of me though that thinks it's gonna go to Metro Boomin.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's gonna go to Metro Boomin out of anybody here.
He's had a really I feel like he's been releasing music, and the shit is fire.
Fire, with also with like the Spider-Man album as well. Like,
I love that album, and
yeah,
I don't even like superhero shit. Like, I don't fuck with none of that. It's just it makes my head hurt watching it. But I love that album.
It was pretty good.
So then Hip Hop Artist of the Year, we have Cardi B is nominated, and Glorilla's nominated. I don't think either of them are going to win it.
I don't think so either.
Part of me thinks it's going to be Uzi, or it could be Kendrick.
I would say the same. I could also make a case for 21 Savage 21 Savage potentially, because I feel like he's also been having a good year.
That's true. And then we have Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist of the Year. And we have Ice Spice, Callie, Lola Brooke, and Sexy Red and Doechii. Like, how often is this category like primarily women?
I hope Sexy Red wins.
I hope Sexy Red wins. That being said, I think Ice Spice is gonna win it.
Really?
And I want to go back to what we were saying back at the beginning of the year about how Callie was gonna have a really big year this year, and now look at her. You know what? It's like we're always right. We're always ahead of the curve. What? Like, just never wrong. And then there's Best Hip Hop Platform. And Caresha Please is nominated. I think she should win.
I hope she wins.
I hope she fucking wins.
I was just thinking about the other day. I was like, she hasn't released a new episode recently.
What is she doing? Maybe they've been like going and doing like shows and stuff, so she doesn't have time to like do the Caresha Please. She needs to come back with it, okay?
She needs to come back because I miss that shit. That's just hilarious. That shit.
I hope she fucking wins. And then there's the Hustler of the Year, and Cardi B and Caresha are nominated. Who the fuck do you think you are calling her by her government name?
Yeah, it's not Caresha. It's Young Miami.
It's Young Miami. Put some motherfucking respect on her stage name, bitch. We not kin. Okay, you cannot call me Caresha.
Right, okay. Because having G Herbo on here and saying Herbert.
Who the fuck do you think you are? We not friends, nigga. You better call me Young Miami. Okay, so then Sweet 16. Cardi B on Tomorrow too. Cardi B on Put It on the Floor. And she's the only woman nominated. She's nominated both times. I truly think she's gonna win it. I
hope so.
But I hope Jay-Z is also nominated. So
also 21 Savage with Peaches and Eggplant.
I don't think that was as good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna save my thoughts on the Peaches and Eggplants, the original, and Peaches and Eggplants, the remix, until we get to new music. Because I have some thoughts, but I think Jay-Z is gonna win it. However, I think Cardi should win it.
I hear it.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think if Jay-Z doesn't win it, it's not gonna go to any of these other people. You know what I mean?
I would just like also in general of this, I just want them to tell me the timeline because it's like we have You Went for
which
Drake.
Just came out.
Just came out. But we also have Tomorrow 2 on here.
Which came out a fucking year ago.
So what's the timeline here? Like I need somebody to break down the timeline of what
eligibility. Because
right,
then how long does it take you to decide on these nominations?
Exactly.
Because are you just like going in one day, like, and then releasing them the next? Like, what's the? I want to know how the process works.
Anyway, the thought process.
Then there's Impact Track, Anxiety by Megan Thee Stallion, and that's the only one. I think she should win. I don't give a fuck about none of the rest of these songs. And then that's really it. There's Tasha and Tracy, who are Brazilian rappers. Who I've never heard of, but I'm going to listen to now. It should be a fun award show time. Speaking of award shows, let's talk about how the VMAs is going to be Avengers Endgame next week. Because everybody's got to be in the motherfucking building, bitch. Okay?
Yeah.
Nicki's going to be hosting the VMAs, and she's also performing. I don't know if she's going to perform her new song, or she's going to perform something from the last year. Cardi and Megan are going to perform Bongos. Lotto's gonna be there. Callie's performing.
Nice.
Coi Leray is sure to be there, and she might actually be performing with Metro Boomin. Like, I feel like he's gonna perform that song with her. Who else is gonna be there? Like, bitch, everybody's gonna be at the fucking VMAs. And Doja's also performing. So Ice Spice is probably gonna be there and probably gonna perform with Nicki. So, bitch, it's about to be like, damn, do I need to watch the VMAs this year?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bitches gonna be backstage, like, fighting? You know,
squabbling
backstage and shit. I think I might need to watch the VMAs this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm interested to see how Nicki Minaj is going to be as an MC.
Because didn't she host it last year?
Was it last year?
Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the year before.
Yeah, I'm like, it was within maybe a 5-year period, let's say.
I don't think it was 5 years. Like, I feel like it was the year before or last year. Like, I don't think it was that far because she just won the Video Vanguard Award. And I don't remember. I can't remember. Time has blurred together. So it could have been last year that she hosted that.
Maybe.
The point is it's back to 2018. Grab a girl and stand behind me for a minute. You're not gonna get in none of this shit, okay? Because everybody's back to being petty, okay? Because why the fuck did Cardi B post an announcement like, I have an tomorrow. That she's gonna make tomorrow. Then the day that she's gonna make the announcement, she's like, I'm gonna drop this announcement at like 6 p.m. PST. Nicki Minaj just randomly is like, Pink Friday 2 cover. It just drops one of the covers. I was like, what? I was like, why do you have to be this way? You are the elder statesman here, technically. Why can't you act like it?
Because she never will. She never will.
Never act like it. That being said, what did you think of the cover?
I thought it was alright. It was giving father time to me, but
you know what? They said that there's some tea. They said there's some tea about it.
What do you mean?
About the cover. They said this is not supposed to be, because she said cover 1 of 2. Right. So the tea that they were talking about was that there was this designer who had, like, I guess she'd been commissioned by Nicki's stylist to make some pants for her cover, for the Pink Friday 2 cover, and they were saying that it was going to be like an ode or like a tribute to Lil Wayne. Remember when he was shirtless on the cover of the Carter 2?
Yeah.
They said that was what it was supposed to be. So, but then she blasted her because they didn't pay her, and said that Nicki's stylist was sending all kind of threats like, Nicki Minaj will ruin you. You better be grateful for this. Like, all I asked for was my fucking money. I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't ask for fucking money that you owe me. That being said, next week is gonna be wild. And then chaotic. Okay, so this one is actually, I love this. Ice Spice is getting a collaboration with Dunkin' Donuts. She just posted a fucking little munchkin with a princess chain around it.
At first, I was like, this is so random. But then when I saw that, I was like, that actually makes sense.
Doesn't it make sense?
It makes so much sense.
One thing about it, Miss Girl is gonna get to the bag. And let me tell you, I love the pumpkin munchkins. And they only come out this time of year. So you better believe I'm gonna be up there getting me an Ice Spice pumpkin munchkin, bitch. Okay?
That's exactly. They're gonna be like, there's gonna be like the Ice Spice combo or something like that at Dunkin'.
Can't wait. And it's gonna give you diabetes.
It's definitely gonna give you something. You're gonna feel something when you eat it. But no, I think it's perfect because like Dunkin' is obviously like a huge staple on the East Coast as well. So
exactly.
It's like perfect pairing.
Okay. So Sexy Red also just did an interview. Okay, so she did an interview with Interview Magazine. And it's more just like a Q&A. And some highlights, like she was talking about how like she grew up on Trina, so she doesn't understand why people are so shocked by her music, which I have said before. I said, are y'all new here? Like, what are you talking about? Do you remember I got an ass so big like the sun? Hope you got a mile for a dick I want to run. Slap it in my face. Shove it down my throat. Nigga, where your blunt I can make. And that's just one song. That's one song. Okay, like, I don't know how these people are like, they're new here when it comes to this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just like, it's, what's the word? It's like compounding on each other, you know? Because it's like, it's going from like, the freak level is just expanding.
It should. And it should.
So I think that's why.
You should hide your freak.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's just, that's why I think people are like, oh.
Yeah.
It's getting graphic.
You know what? It is getting a little bit graphic. And then she also said, like, you know, she's not interested in a record deal at the moment. And you know what? I kind of get that. She's young and she's lit. She's turned. Having an incredible summer.
And it was funny, though, because, like, I was watching that documentary on Netflix about Ladies First. Mm-hmm. And they were talking, Latto was explaining her hesitancy of signing with Jermaine Dupri's, like, record label. Because she was like...
So Def?
Yeah, So Def. Because she was like, what are you going to be able to do for me that I'm not already doing for myself right now?
Exactly.
I got the machine. I got my own machine. I got my fans right behind me. I'm writing my own lyrics, going on tours. Like, what more could you do for me than I'm already doing for myself? Because I would be signing away parts of my rights to you. So I think it totally makes sense. And it's like, you know, once she continues to like build up her accolades and whatnot, I think she'll be able to be in a position to like really cash in and get to the bag.
Absolutely. And she should. And she's already working on music with like major artists. I still think she's gonna be on Drake's new album.
You think so?
We shall fucking see. We shall fucking see. She might even be on Nicki's new album. I don't know. Then she's also working on new music with Brent Faiyaz. And
what is that gonna sound like? What is that gonna sound like?
Why is she working on new music with Brent Faiyaz? What the fuck?
What are they saying? What are they saying?
Talking about?
What are they talking about?
How did they meet each other? Wait, what in what world does Sexy Red and Brent Faiyaz need to be on the same song? It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. I don't know. I have no idea.
And I'm not a fan of Brent Faiyaz.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just think it's so funny because he will, like, somebody tweeted once, he just goes in the studio, layers the worst of vocals you've ever heard, makes no attempt to blend, and then goes home. And I said, that's exactly right. That's exactly what all of his songs sound like. Like, this nigga wanted to be a rapper, but somebody told him, no, you can't do that. And so he's like, fine, I guess I'll do this instead. You know what I mean? And then she's also working on music with Lil Durk, which makes more sense.
Makes more sense.
That is a person you should be working on new music with. Apparently, he's going to be on the Hellcats SRT's like remix. Perfect fit.
I would love that. I would love that, actually.
Those are two people who should be releasing music together. And then she also says she has a lipstick line that's dropping soon. Flavors include Coochie Juice, Sex on My Period, Yellow Discharge, and Gonorrhea. Which flavor do you think you're going to try?
I am inclined to try maybe the Coochie Juice.
Maybe Coochie Juice.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I guess I gotta see them.
Yeah, I need to see. I feel like maybe Sex on My Period. I love a good red tint in a lip gloss. I feel like I would try Sex on My Period. Yellow Discharge, I don't know.
I don't know.
That one might,
I don't know.
That one might trigger me because I've had a yeast infection before. And I'm still really scarred from it that one time. And that was like 6 years ago. So I don't know about that one. And Gonorrhea, I really don't want to invite that energy into my house. I don't want that.
Yeah, don't do that.
So I might have to sit that one out. But you know what? Sex on My Period and Coochie Juice, it might be a hit. Like, I might.
It might be a hit. I don't know.
It might. What else? Oh my God, light skin Keisha is pregnant.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, is it by that man?
The same man.
Okay.
The same man who told her, you would not leave me if I cheated on you.
That's messed up.
And then after that, after she announced her pregnancy, apparently he has another baby by another woman. Not a baby. She's like a kid or whatever. By another woman. And the woman got on like Instagram Live. I don't know what she did. She got on the internet and she blasted him saying, you haven't seen your child in 6 months. The last time you saw your child was March. And light skin Keisha then got on Instagram Live and said, you're lying on him because she was with us in April. And so everybody was like, oh, so he hasn't seen her in 5 months, not 6. Like, so it's only been 5 months since he saw his child, not 6 months.
What? It's like, get your facts right, okay?
Baby, it's only been 5 months.
5 months.
It has not been 6
You're
months.
Over here exaggerating.
You're exaggerating. It hasn't even been half a year since he saw his kid. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. And bet you he still ain't go pick her up after that. I bet you that nigga still didn't go get that baby after that.
That's so messed up. Oh my God.
Like, if niggas have one thing, it's the audacity. But there's always gonna be a dumb bitch running behind him thinking, well, I'm gonna be different than the last baby mama. And then you end up left.
Yeah.
Like the rest of them bitches. Out here looking stupid. Like that girl, did you see that girl on TikTok? She calls her baby daddy a random man from Atlanta. And she's fucking 23. This nigga got like 6 or 7 other baby mamas. And she was like, well, I thought he was going to be different. Like, it's given Summer Walker. Like, I thought I was different. And now I can't stand this nigga. And I just got a baby with him. And I can't do shit about that.
She about it. Yeah.
Can't do shit about it.
Look at the past history. Come on.
Like,
come on, girls.
Baby mamas are not crazy like y'all think they be. Okay, moving on to which one do I care about? Okay. So Juicy J says he's working on new music with Megan Thee Stallion.
Love that.
Which I love.
Great producer combo.
Yes.
Her and what's his name? Lil Ju on the beat.
Yes.
All those combinations.
Yes.
Fire.
And they really seem like they just like genuinely care about her. You know, and I feel like even in like her making music, like you want people surrounded by you who have like the best of intentions and not people who are going to use you, for your talent and your beauty and your name. And then the next week be like trashing you over some shit. And I'll be like, well, bitch, we're not going to release this then. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
And then so this is funny because Megan was supposed to headline Global Citizens Festival on the 23rd of this month, but then she dropped out. And you know who has a concert in Houston on the same day? Everybody says that Megan's coming out at the Beyonce show, and this is why.
I see that.
And bitch, this is why I need to be there. This is why I need to be there. I need to be at this fucking show. Are you kidding me? And then there was something. ATL Jacob tweeted some dumb shit. Oh wait, did we talk about Drea Mack?
No.
Do you remember that rapper Drea Mack who made that song? I ain't never been with a baddie.
Oh yeah.
Girl, they have outed her as an abuser. This is what her friends posted this. The trigger warning. So trigger warning. Drea Mack is an abuser. This is from one of her friends on Instagram. Drea Mack is an abuser. We've been best friends with Drea for the past 10 years, and it breaks our heart to have to do this. But we've been informed and shown multiple pieces of evidence from her victim, who is also one of our closest friends, that has honestly left us disgusted and heartbroken. Drea continuously physically and mentally abused her ex-girlfriend for 2 years. This includes acts as repeatedly punching, kicking, strangling, and smashing the victim's phone, and in an instance where Drea beat her until she could no longer even stand. Drea has sent the victim multiple threats telling her to kill herself and many other sickening messages throughout their relationship, and continued to even after. Drea would make it seem like her ex had a lot of anxiety around friends and other people, masking the fact while manipulating and torturing her behind closed doors. When the victim finally blocked Drea Mack, realizing she could no longer take the abuse, Drea then proceeded to go as far as emailing her, begging her friends, including us, to speak to her, which sparked questionable behavior and led us to have a sit down with the victim to find out what the problem was. After years of enduring all the pain and abuse, the victim finally gained the courage to speak out and told us everything that happened. The details are horrific, and the saddest thing is this is only a brief 10% of this. She will remain scarred and traumatized for the rest of her life. We will not stand this behavior. This is criminal and narcissist we are dealing with, and Drea is lucky the police aren't involved. That being said, this be a warning that she cannot enter any space of the ballroom community or anywhere close to the victim or under any circumstances, or there will be major consequences. I guess her friends are part of the ballroom community. And then Drea posted an Instagram notes app apology saying, I would like to address the allegations made against me yesterday. I'm ashamed to say that these allegations are true. I want to address this with complete openness and honesty because of the person I've affected. Even though I'll never be able to take away her pain and trauma I've inflicted, all I can do now is take accountability and show my remorse whilst working toward change and becoming a better person. I've been in denial about my behavior for years, and I know the person I want to be, and I'm committed to working on myself, but deep down, I know I've got a long way to go. I acted solely through the hate in my heart towards myself. I inflicted the hate onto someone who was just trying to love and support me, and for that, I will forever be saddened and disappointed by my behavior and will always carry the shame eternally. Blah, blah, blah. She says, I'm in anger management and CBT and in therapy, even though the sorries don't change it. I sincerely apologize. This is crazy because this girl was just on Twitter 2 weeks ago, saying oh, Meg this and oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I support you and all this shit. Whole time you're an abuser yourself?
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And also the fact that this was posted online and they're like, we're not gonna get the police involved. If I was a police officer right now, I'd be on Twitter
okay, so we're gonna investigate this.
A mission of guilt?
Yeah, we're gonna put this motherfucker in jail. Okay?
What?
I don't care. There should be no statute of limitations on this shit. But you know what? Shout out to her friends. Because they said
holding them accountable.
They were like, we've been friends with her for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then they got on Instagram and we can't tolerate this. And those are the kind of people that we fucking need. You see your friends doing some fucked up shit, you need to hold the fucking flame to their feet. Are you kidding me? You can't do that's crazy. Cause she's so funny and so bubbly and so bright on Instagram and on TikTok and all this. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, you're an abuser.
Just never know.
I wish healing on her victim, and just her continued ability to lead a normal life, because it has to be hard to see your abuser constantly online being praised and all this shit, knowing all the fucked up shit that they did to you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so moving on to new music. So we have a lot of new music. We were really fed. We have Bongos by Cardi and Meg, Wrong One by our black girl NSYNC, Chocolate Rain by Flo Milli, a You Wish remix with Callie and Missy Elliott, Demons by Doja, Jersey by Baby Tate, Last Time I Saw You by Nicki, Booty Drop by Doechii, and the Peaches and Eggplant remix with Peaches and Eggplant remix with Sexy Red and Lotto, and then Busta Rhymes and Coi Leray on this song. So let's talk about bongos. Let's talk about bongos. Should I go first or should you go first?
Okay, I'll just say, I watched it on Friday, and it just felt like an ad to me. It was exactly strong ad placement.
Product placement like a motherfucker.
And I don't know, it just like, it didn't stick with me. No. Like, it's just like kind of, they wanted to get cute and get some advertising dollars. And like, it was like almost, it felt like a formula in a way. Because they're like, oh, I'm going to go live on YouTube. I'm going to do this. And like the way that they promoted it. But I didn't necessarily like the song that much. Hey, girls looked great. Loved the fits. Loved the choreography. But song's not it.
I agree. I listened to the song on Spotify before I watched the music video. And the first listen, I was like, this is fine. I like the beat. It's really catchy. I don't think this is a song that is going to hit the way. And you know what? It doesn't have to be another WAP because that was a very specific moment in time. But I think this is a song that's going to hit much more in a club setting, remixed with some other reggaeton. And like Latin music. I feel like on the remix we should have like Karol G or Anita or even Rosalia or Bad Bunny. Like, let's get some Latin flavor up in there on the remix. Like, I loved the music video. I loved how colorful. One thing about Cardi that I really love in her music videos is like her Dominican is like fully on display. It's colorful, it's bright. Despite all the product placement, like she's going to put on a show in her music videos, which I really love and I really appreciate her artistry in that way. And she talked about in an interview, like she spent $2 million of her own money to make this music video happen. And I can tell because it went to great use. That means that the song didn't really hit. It didn't really do much for me. And Meg said, when she said, this song, it doesn't really sound like anything that's out right now in female rap. Like, it doesn't really sound like any other songs that I've heard from female rappers. And I'm like, yeah, because it's not great. It's not great. Yeah. So, but you know what? I'm gonna let
y'all tried something.
Y'all tried something new, and I am never gonna fault somebody for trying something new. Because you know what? That's how we grow. This wasn't the one. This wasn't the one. But that don't mean that I'm not gonna count my girls out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be back when they want to do another song.
Even though Cardi said that the album's not coming this year.
All right, fine.
You know what, girl? I'm fucking sick of it. What the fuck?
You know what?
When is it coming in? When is it coming?
Whatever.
When is it coming?
She's just gonna slow roll, drop in music, do stuff like this, singles, hop on these features, and like that's it.
Remember when the City Girls told us they were coming this summer and then just didn't?
Yeah.
Then just didn't.
Yeah.
Why do people lie to us?
I don't know.
Why are we being lied to?
Tell us.
I don't understand. Okay, the You Wish remix, phenomenal.
Yeah, I did like it. Like it. It was a true remix too.
Thank you.
Because they also redid their own verses.
Yes, they fucking did. They have been working so fucking hard this summer, pushing that song everywhere,
running everywhere.
They have run 1,000 miles. Okay, across the country. These girls have run from Los Angeles to New York and back again. Okay, and Callie ate this verse up. Okay, she said, "Hello, Christ, my jeans don't fit again." And I said, "You know what, girl? You're right, because she is fine as hell." And I just think Callie has gone from like being this underground artist who I don't know, like people really weren't onto her. So now you're on a song with Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
and Missy really came and showed these girls. And that's one thing about Missy that we said before. One thing about her, it don't matter what generation of girls. She don't show them love. You know what?
Yeah.
And Missy really came on this verse and said, "Oh, I still got it."
Oh
I'm still Melissa, bitch. The misdemeanor, Elliot. Don't you ever fucking forget it, bitch.
And I feel like she had tweeted them as well, and she's like, "I love it. Like this is it. This is the fun type of music."
And maybe that's how it happened.
Yeah, I was like, maybe that's how it happened.
Maybe that's how it happened.
No, definitely a good song. What did you think about Black Girl NSYNC, Wrong One?
You know what? I thought the video was cute because it was giving me Set It Off vibes.
Yeah,
it was giving me, and I love that because that just seems like them. Like they seem like they're ride or die for each other. Yeah, you know, like they're really friends. The song, I thought it was fine. You know?
Yeah, it was like fine.
It was cute.
It was okay.
I think I like Kay Carbon's verse the best on this song.
Okay.
I definitely feel like Gloss Up is coming so much harder. And I said this. I said like she's growing, you know, she's coming harder. And I really respect that about her. So I thought it was cute. It still hasn't lived up to the other songs. The other songs that they've done before. Like it hasn't lived up to that. And you know, like, so I thought it was fine. I want more from them. More. You know what I mean?
Yo,
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I want them to get with a different producer. Like, you know, Love Hit.
I think Tay. I was like, Tay Keith did this one, right?
Did Tay Keith do this one? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was Hit Kid. But maybe I want them to try something new. You know, like I love this formula. I love you guys all being together. I love you guys all working together. And I really hope nobody tries to like break them up. But I do want them to try something new, something fresh, something different, you know? And last time I think we talked about Glorilla, she was talking about how she was preparing for a new album to come out. Maybe they'll be on it, you know? I really hope they are.
Me too.
Demons. Okay.
I feel like everything that I've heard about, so I saw the music video and everybody's like, after I see this music video, I feel like I need to turn on some like Kirk Franklin.
What? Like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
No, I gotta cleanse my soul.
Bitch, where were they during the Illuminati videos of like 2011? Bitch, and we was like on YouTube analyzing. Shut the fuck up. Come on now. This is nothing. You know what? Let me say this. First of all, this sounds like something Baby Keem just threw away. That being said, get them niggas on the remix ASAP.
That being said,
I want both of them niggas on the remix, actually.
That is so true. I can see that.
And why do I feel like Kendrick would do it? You know, like, and if Kendrick do it, Baby Keem's gonna do it. Like, I really do think so. So
I can see that.
So I just like, what the fuck is she doing? You know, but you know what?
You saw that video or that picture, the album cover, the potential album cover.
You know what? I'm holding out hope for her.
That's not it.
Yeah. I'm not turning my back on her because she needs me right now. Because she needs me right now. She needs me to lay hands on her right now. She needs somebody to support her right now, and I'm not turning my back on Doja Cat because she said in an interview, she's like, she recorded the album in like 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever, in Malibu in a studio, and that those songs are wildly different from what the album sound like. So to me, that's saying that these are just throwaway singles.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
I don't have shit else to hold on to. It's either this or I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought the song was all right, but that's funny that you said Baby Keem. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Couldn't you? Like, as soon as I heard it, I said, "Oh, them niggas have been talking. I know they've been talking." You know, I feel it. Okay, let's talk about last time that I saw you.
I couldn't finish it. Sorry.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Okay,
maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to go back.
No. I want to hear what you like. Just tell me. You know, I trust you.
No, I'm saying like, yeah, I feel like I possibly need to go back, but more recently I've been realizing that I have this like aversion to like Nicki Minaj.
It's because she seems like she's a really bad person.
She's just like ick. She's just like an ick.
She does
for some reason, and
I know the reason. It's because she acts like a damn clown.
Yes, and so like, no, you're way too old to be doing this stuff, and so I don't know. Like again, I listened to it. I was just like, this sounds like something I kind of heard before, but I don't always like slow pace like Nicki Minaj songs as well. So I think that also was part of it.
You know, there's a part of me that kind of has a soft spot for this kind of stuff. One, because I do love pop music. Like, don't get me wrong. And like I said in our last episode, like, I think Nicki does pop really well. This song, it doesn't sound like it's going to be Like it doesn't sound like she was trying to do anything groundbreaking with this, but rather she just had something get off her chest. You know, she lost her dad like very randomly. You know, a couple weeks after her son was born, her dad
Oh
was
no, I didn't know
her
that.
dad was killed like in a hit and run accident. A couple weeks after her son was born, as a person who also lost a father, like very randomly, like sure mine was like 10+ years ago, but I could feel that.
Still.
No, yeah, and I could feel that in this, you know. So I kind of had a soft
Mm,
spot for this song, kind
okay.
of because it felt like it felt like for her it was something that she needed to get off her chest. And so I think I'm changing my mind, and I might be back on the Pink Friday 2 train. You know, just because I want her to be more vulnerable. I want her to be honest on this album. I want her to talk about the way that she's behaved. I want her to talk about, you know, if she's had any vulnerabilities with this new
Same.
generation of rap girls. And I feel like last time I saw you, kind of like open that door just a little bit, like just give us a little peek into the real, you know, what's at the core of Nicki Minaj. You know, I'm not saying this
Yeah.
song is gonna. I didn't download it. I'm not listening.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to this song. I'm not going back to it again and again. But I think it's like I get it. I get where she's coming from with it. I see what she was trying to do with it. So I don't hate it for that reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, I hear that. I
Now
hear that.
let's talk about a song I did fucking hate. Um, First of all, I love Young Nudie. Let me be fucking clear. That's my nigga. Every time I'm cycling, I put that nigga on and I'm like, I'm running from the cops. You know, like I really be, I be on one. You know, when I want to get my cycle in. I
Sure.
hate Peaches and Eggplant.
The
I
song in
hate
general.
hate it. In general, I hate Peaches and Eggplant. I think it is a mess and it makes my head hurt to listen to it. And this remix made it 10 times worse. This song is
No.
a fucking mess. What is going on?
No.
Who put this together?
No.
Who put this together? Who did this and why? Because I want to choke you out. You gave me a headache.
No.
The song was halfway through. I was drunk with confusion. I said, what's going on and where am I? Somebody kidnapped me. And I just couldn't believe it. It was awful. And Lotto's verse was like the one, like Sexy Red's verse was good. I think if you take their verses out of this song, great verses, they should have been on a different song.
On a different song.
On a different song. And the Benzino line, ooh, I know that had
that shit was funny.
I know that had
was
Coi
funny.
Leray pressed. I know that had
that was
Coi Leray
hilarious.
pressed. You know, but one thing about Coi Leray, you know, she's cute. She don't rap like Lotto rap. You know what I mean?
No.
Like they're not gonna go head to head on that.
They couldn't.
They couldn't. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to Coi. And don't get me wrong, because I've grown to like Coi Leray.
Same.
But if it's between her and Lotto or who's gonna win, but you know what? Here's the thing I will say about that. I'm glad it's finally not Nicki Minaj in some shit. I'm glad this bitch is doing her own motherfucking thing and two other bitches is beefing. And
well,
she
this
ain't
is like the second time that she came for Coi Leray. I feel kind of came, I guess, for Coi Leray.
But I feel like Coi Leray is always like subbing her like subtly. You know what I mean?
You think so?
I think so. I think they're having fun with it.
Okay.
I think they're having fun subbing each other.
I personally like Peaches and Eggplant. The song grew on me.
Okay, tell me about it. I want to hear your opinion because I respect you, so I want to know why.
Thank you. I think the original song, like when it first came out, I was like, yeah, this is like garbage. And then like I only liked 21 Savage's verse on there, but it grew on me. Like also became like very popular, so I heard it more. I did not like Sexy Red's verse on the remix. I thought that was hot nonsense. I was laughing at it. I was just like, what are we getting away with? But
any murder. That's
but
what they get away
Lotto's
with.
verse. But I was like, Lotto's verse on this, like on her like man's track too. I was like,
hey y'all go.
I don't know.
We have no evidence of this.
You know that they are together.
You don't know this.
You know that they're together.
You don't know this.
Anyway, and then Lotto looks good. She looks good as fuck too.
She do be looking good as fuck now. She do be looking good as fuck.
She looked very Atlanta, like her hair, the new chain that she got. Like, I don't know. I really enjoyed her verse on it. I think hers was like the best addition to this remix.
I agree.
Like,
that being said, it was still hot garbage if you ask me.
That's totally fair. I can see
Mhm,
it.
mhm. Okay, let's move on to our main topic because we've been chatting,
Okay.
just chatting.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. We're just
Yeah.
talking and talking, but I want to talk about. Let's move on to our main topic,
Sure.
which is talking about AI, artificial intelligence in rap music.
Mhm.
Because the Grammy nominations are coming up, and
Yeah.
shit is like it's crazy. So I looked up what is AI exactly. And so it
Mhm.
says artificial intelligence is a machine's ability to perform the cognitive functions we usually associate with human minds.
Mhm.
So then a couple weeks ago, and then actually I just saw somebody, one of the, I don't know, he's like a director on the board of the Grammy, walk this statement back. But what he said was or what this article from Entertainment Weekly says is the viral AI song with fake Drake and The Weeknd vocals
Yeah.
might be eligible for the Grammys. It says Heart on My Sleeve, which cloned the pop star's vocals, is absolutely eligible in 2 Grammy categories, according to the Recording Academy, because an anonymous songwriter went viral early this year by cloning their voices for a new song. And he says, the chief exec. Okay, so the chief executive of the Recording Academy, Harvey Mason Jr., that's the guy, told the outline that the creative side of the song is absolutely eligible for Song of the Year and Best Rap Song because it was written by a human.
Okay.
Um, but then they walked it back saying, well, it can be eligible because it's not commercially released. Like it's
Right.
not available to purchase or
On a
on a
platform. Yeah.
platform because obviously, like you can't just fucking do that.
Mhm.
But the fact that that could be something that could happen, I thought was crazy enough to me that we had to talk
Yeah,
about.
I think that's pretty wild. I mean, like, I can understand like the songwriting aspect, like they were saying, because it's like, okay, that came from a person, like, creative talents, whatever. But obviously, it's like the popularity of it had only increased because of the cloning of
Exactly.
like these musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this obviously goes back to what's happening in Hollywood, right? With
Mm-hmm.
like actors and like being able to use their
Yup.
likeness in
Yup.
films and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And it's like there has to be some rules and regulations that go based off of people's likeness of voice,
Mm-hmm.
their presentation and
Mm-hmm.
everything, because then it's like, I don't know, they could do it. Then it's like, why have like why have
Yep.
talent in the first place,
Yep. Like remember when they were doing that hologram shit and they had
Yeah.
like hologram Tupac going on tour and shit? I
Yeah.
knew it would lead to something like this.
Mhm.
Because it's just like this kind of thing is like the wild wild west. It's so unregulated, like you said, that it could
Mhm.
just be anything. But my thing is, number one about this is like, where the fuck, like, do you hear AI Taylor Swift songs? Do you hear
Mm.
AI Olivia Rodrigo songs? Do you hear them making AI Bad Bunny songs? No, it's these black artists that they're
Mm.
trying to make AI songs for.
Mhm.
And it's like, what does that say about our culture and how we feel about black artists as being disposable? Or that we
Mm.
own what they give us, or that, we can take from them what they've given us and that their voices don't belong to them as much as like a Taylor Swift, a voice belongs to her. Like you don't hear them making AI Bob Dylan songs. Like
Yeah.
they're only doing this to rap music. Like they're making these AI rap songs. And why do people feel like this is an art form that is so disposable, that's
Yeah.
so malleable, that anybody can have access to this culture? And I think that's a major problem that, years and years and years of like not gatekeeping well enough has led us to thinking that
Mm.
this is something that you can do if you can string some words together, like you call yourself a rapper or you can write a rap
Yeah.
song. But that's not what this is.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever, okay, so then moving on to our next question, like, did you listen to this song, like this AI?
I think I'd heard that song before.
And how did you feel about it?
I mean, I was like, oh, I could see if they had released this,
Mm.
it would probably be kind of popular.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any other like feelings about it. I was like, oh, it's like cool. I'm like, this is something that he definitely probably would have released.
Yeah.
Like they would have collaborated on. So I was like, it's accurate.
There's something very soulless to me about AI generated songs. You know what I mean? Like there's something that doesn't feel right. Like I listen to these songs where they're like, this is AI generated Kendrick song. And I'm like, this doesn't sound anything like what Kendrick would release. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like there's something missing to it, you know, and it's
Well, I
obviously
think
that person.
yeah, but it's like as technology evolves, right? It only gets smarter.
Mm.
And so it's like the more that with this technology it's able to consume, it will tweak it to become better eventually. Like these are obviously like the early stages of what AI can
But
be,
that's not
but it's
scary to you?
oh, I think it's scary. I mean, like, I think about it like, I work in the tech space.
Right.
And so it's like we are already seeing what it looks like for like software developers having this like infiltrate their jobs potentially, which was like something, being a software developer seemed to be like a pretty secure job.
Yeah.
But now with this AI and machine learning coming
Mm.
in, it's their jobs are at risk because it's like they can, AI could do what they do in like less than an hour.
That's crazy.
Like, so I don't know. I think that it will fortunately and unfortunately get better over time.
Yeah.
I think that where there's like opportunity for improvements in technology that can set us back, there's people who are developing technology to be able to combat that as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, me being an artist, just being like, technology and it can do this and like it sounds very technically proficient and maybe this is how they would say it. There's this aspect of it that's just missing, and that is the soul, that is the culture, that is the lived experiences that these artists talk about, that is their twang, and their growth and their changes, and like there's so much about it that just it doesn't work, and it sounds very soulless to me.
No, I think that's a good way of putting it, soulless. And I think it takes away the creativity that we appreciate from artistry, that, like you said, how they evolve as a person from the way that they say certain things or like subject matter changes. I definitely hear that.
And it's just like, and then we can move on to, our next question, which is like, what do you think about AI generated hip hop music or other genres, which kind of ties back to what I was just saying, is like, why do I feel like they are only doing this to hip hop?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that before. And that's so true that I hadn't heard any other genres having any AI like generate songs, which is so interesting. I don't know. Like,
it's so interesting because it's like Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny are kind of like right now, like the biggest, musical artists, and like The Weeknd, like that, but they did use his voice, but he's definitely more pop, hip hop than he is like just straight pop. But why aren't they cloning their voices? What does that say about how people feel about hip hop culture, about how white people or these people who are developing these technologies, who are probably definitely white, feel about hip hop and how they can, capitalize on it without being a part of this culture?
Mm. That's
Exactly.
pretty deep. That's pretty deep.
Exactly. Like there's no answer for it, but there is something about it that feels icky.
Yeah.
Like it feels wrong. And so then you actually started talking about this. But our last question, where do you think this will lead to for artists? Like, do you see there being pushback about this? Do you see there being lawsuits? Like, what does this mean for artists? And what are their rights even? Like, do they even have the right to be like, you can't do that?
I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I think that in the future state, I'm sure that there's going to be collaboration between the artists, songwriters, and AI in terms of thinking about music. So like if they're having, let's say, some type of roadblock of being able to create music, who's to say that they won't be using like AI to be able to help them get through that? And I feel like that might be another talking point within hip hop of saying like, ghostwriters. It's like, okay,
now it's literally
AI,
it's literally.
So I feel like, I think in a future state, they're going to use it as a tool of like collaboration, because it's like this technology is not going to go away. It's like you're either going to have to use it or you're going to be somewhat left behind in some ways. So I think there's going to be opportunity for collaboration. I think that there will have to be some type of regulation.
Absolutely.
Same thing with like streaming and how artists get like residuals off of that.
Right.
There needs to be a way to be able to say like, okay, you are able to maybe use like X percentage of like AI within like an album, or you are not able to use like the artist likeness in this type of capacity, but that has to be like clearly spelled out in some way. So I'm hoping that it's like there's some structure around it in the upcoming years, but also artists are going to have to start speaking out in front of it to get ahead of it.
That's what I was going to say. I think there's going to be just major pushback. Like, I feel like there's about to be like a coalition of music artists against AI, because I truly don't believe that they are going to stand for this shit. You know, of there being ghostwriters using their voices with songs that they did not write and that don't represent what they believe, you know, as artists and shit like that. Like, I think there's going to be a major pushback, and it's going to force regulators to, you know, make very specific rules about what AI and music looks like. And somebody's going to get sued. Like, somebody's about to get the shit sued out of them.
Take one. Yeah.
Somebody's going to get the shit sued out of them to make an example. Like, for real. But I don't support it. You know, I'm sure there are all these aspects to AI that make life easier for, you know, certain people who are like disabled or like, you know, who have all like mental disabilities and things like that. And sure, you know, I agree with that. You know, we always want to make life easier for those people, but I think in music, I don't think it has a place, you know? And that isn't to say that it's going to go away, because, you know, there are lots of things that in music that I think don't have a place. But this one just feels like extra wrong and icky to me, you know?
Yeah. So, no, I hear that. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's going anywhere. It's just how do we adapt? It's how do we adapt around it and like provide structures in place in order to still encourage artists to be creative, be who they are. Yes. But also it's like not like hinder their ability to also utilize this technology that would be potentially helpful for them. So
I agree. You know, I love it when we're on the opposite side of a debate, because I think it's just, because we agree on a lot of things, you know? Yeah. But I always love it when we have like different opinions, because I never would have thought of it that way. But you work in tech, you know? And so you obviously come to this with like a very different perspective than I do. So I always appreciate that.
No, same. I was like, you also brought a different point than I thought of about like just the commoditization of like hip hop in general within AI. So that's something that's different that I didn't know.
Should we do music recs?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want to go first? I don't even know which one I did last time. I think I have one. Okay. You know what? I do have one.
Okay. I want to do this one from the new Ken the Man EP project, whatever she's calling it, Back to 304. And I want to do Keep Going. Because I really love Ken jumping into this house music bag. I think I've loved both of those songs that she's released that have been in that vein, and I want her to keep doing that. Yeah. So that's my rec. Keep Going by Ken the Man.
Nice. I'll have to listen to that one. My rec is by Mona Leo. Period. And it's I Love My Nigga.
Oh, and I love that song. I'm so glad you said that, because I've been listening to that song on repeat. You know what? This is what we need for the next EP, Mona Leo. Yeah. All that other shit, leave it in the past. Understand you was happy. You just had a baby. You love this. We don't want to hear no more. We want this. We're done with that. It was cute. It was a moment. Get back to this shit, okay? Yeah. I want to hear this. Talk your shit. I love that. Yeah. Well, that's another episode. If you made it all the way to the end of this episode, thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
We're so excited to be back. We had a great summer off, but now we're back, and y'all know the fall is coming. So that means it's award show season. Yes. And we will catch you guys. Be on the lookout, because we've been thinking about it. We've been thinking about it for months now, actually. Literally, though. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girl's At, brought to you by Textured Air, a brand dedicated to celebrating Black girl culture, past, present, and future. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can find us on Twitter at WhereMyGirlsAt2 and Instagram, WhereMyGirlsAt_th. Make sure you check out our other podcast, Does It Hold Up? The Blacklist, and all the other content we offer on our website, texturedare.com. Until next time.